Greetings from my amazing Canada. Today we're at Toronto's amazing Center Island. The islands are home to Parkland, the Billy Bishop Airport, several yacht clubs, Centreville Amusement Park, a residential area, and several wonderful beaches. The island community is considered to be the largest urban car free community in North America. Access to the islands is by ferry, including the City of Toronto ferries operating from Jack Layton Ferry Terminal at the foot of Bay Street, or by water taxis. If you're accessing public transport, one of the easiest ways is to get down at Union Station and board the 509 or 510 streetcar to Queens Quay. And from there, it's just a walk across the street to the ferry terminal. Many COVID restrictions are still in place, so many of the island's amusement parks and some of its services are not fully open to the public as yet. But we still decided to give it a shot in these dog days of summer. It's a relief to kind of get out of the city and just chill. The ferry ride lasts for about 15 minutes and it's quite pleasant. As the ferry pulls away from the city, you can see the skyline opening up. As you get closer to the islands, you can see sailboats coming out of the yacht clubs, and of course, a lot of waterfowl move away from the ferry as you approach the island. We're finally here, and the ferry is docking. One of the first things you see coming off the ferry is a cannon that's kept there. Apparently, the British had built a garrison on this island in 1790, which was destroyed in the Battle of York. So, some of those cannons are well over, almost actually 300 years old. There's a map of the island. I would suggest taking a snapshot on your cell phone so it's easier for you to navigate all the interesting paths. Also, there's a Subway, a Pizza, and a barbecue place. So if you haven't brought any food along with you, this is your chance to get some. Don't forget to stop and enjoy the beauty that this island offers. You'll often find these hidden lagoons where you can find waterfowl sheltering from the afternoon sun. The tree lined paths are enjoyable too. The northern part of the island faces downtown Toronto, so you get some really stunning views of downtown skyline. The wildlife on the island is pretty used to having humans around, so it can get quite friendly at times. If you're following the main path, then you'll come up to this bridge, which offers some stunning 360 views. This part of the park has some fountains and some really nice flower beds. A pretty enjoyable place to take a stroll. The tree lined paths are another cool feature of this park, offering some shelter from the afternoon sun. The flower beds and fountains are quite enjoyable. There's a place where you can rent bicycles and rickshaws. There are some more eateries here and a bar. We finally come to the first beach, which is easily accessible since it's right on the main path. During normal times, these beaches would be crowded full of people, but due to COVID restrictions, they're a little bit empty. A cormorant greeted us with views of the pier in the background. Take a stroll down the pier. The views there are pretty cool. This breakwater protects all the beachgoers from the large waves of the lake. Even at the southernmost point of this island, the CN Tower looms high in the sky. Geese love grazing in the many parks that this island has. With global warming, rising waters of Lake Ontario threaten to erode the island. Take a stroll down Lakeshore Avenue. It has some stunning views of the Tommy Thompson Park. The avenue, with trees on one side and Lake Ontario on the other, and wooden planks under your feet, create quite a charming environment. The avenue ends at Ward's Beach. We head back to Center Beach so that we can get a better view of the western side of the island. Leaving this beach behind, we head west. Often you can see Lake Ontario peeping through these small coves that abound on the southern side of the island. Here we've reached Gibraltar Beach. Here's an interesting environmental experiment where North American beach plants have been reintroduced onto the island. The Gibraltar Point Lighthouse is a lighthouse located on Toronto Islands in Toronto. Begun in 1808, it is the oldest existing lighthouse on the Great Lakes and one of Toronto's oldest buildings. The lighthouse is perhaps best known for the demise of its first keeper, German-born John Paul Radmuller, whose 1815 murder forms the basis of Toronto's most enduring ghost story. We keep heading west, and on our way we see some more stunning beaches. On our way to Hanlan's Point, which is the westernmost point of the island, we come to this lagoon that's full of sailboats with people barbecuing and enjoying the evening. For those of you who like to bear it all, there's a clothing optional beach on the western side of the island too. Here we are at Hanlan's Point. The Hanlans were one of the first families to actually settle on the island. As evening sets in, we've reached the end of our journey to Center Island. And to be honest, it was really, really nice to be there. And I would love to go back next year. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for staying with us.